Hey guys, in today's vlog, I'm going to give you more evidence on sacred geometry and numerology. And I just realized this, so this is just going to be a really quick short vlog. If you want information on what the Trinity is in sacred geometry and numerology, I will link my two other videos where I talk about it in depth below. But today I want to talk about something really crazy, and this is how synchronicities happen. So my culture, religion is Sikhism. I grew up Punjabi. I understood, the way I understood it growing up was that our 10 gurus that wrote our gurbani, which is basically like a Bible that Sikhs read from, were like a god. I didn't know if they were real people. I didn't know if they, like, what is God, right? So I grew up really confused to what our religion and culture actually was. As I grew up, I came to realize, no, our 10 gurus were actual dudes that walked the planet, and they wrote in this Bible through meditation. Like, they were channeling, they were meditating. That's how our gurbani was written. And I began to understand their language, and I began, because it's written in Sanskrit, right? So I began to like read it and really go in depth with it and understand that our culture states that God is energy. There's nothing but the ether to pray to. So that was cool. So I realized at a young age that God is formless, because that's what it says in our gurbani. And one word that you will see all over in Sikh temples, it's Ekam God. And here's what it looks like. Okay, so here is what Ekam God looks like. Now what Ekam God means is oneness. There we go. So what Ekam God means is oneness. It is the divine word of everything we are here and meant to be is one with everything. What I didn't realize is how smart these gurus were and still are. I just realized like last week. So if you watched my video on sacred geometry, I have to show you really quick. So the most sacred numbers in geometry, the quantum numbers, are 9, which is your soul, 3, which is the body, and 6, which is the mind. Those are the highest vibrational numbers. Okay? Check. This is our symbol. This is our symbol for Ekam God. Do you see all fucking 3 numbers in this symbol, which means oneness, which means soul? Look at this. Doesn't that look like a 9 to you? Look at this. I don't know if I drew it good enough for you guys. Like, did I draw it out anywhere else? No. But if you look closely, it almost forms a 3. Not almost, it does form a 3. Then look what it does. Goes on and it forms a 6. Ekam God is actually a symbol. So JC, Jesus Christ, used the Holy Trinity and described oneness that way. In our culture, we use Ekam God, but I didn't realize it's got 9, 3, and 6 in it. And it means actual oneness. I was floored when I saw this, and the way this number came to me. So when I first saw 93, the number 93 on here about a month ago, because when I was at, and the reason I started writing this everywhere on my vision boards is not because it's at Ekam Kad. I mean, I respect it. I respect the oneness, but I saw a number 9 and 3 in here. And when I was at my lowest weight and super happy, I was 93 pounds. I had so much energy. I could do all this stuff. And I'm on this weight loss journey, but I want to prove to people that I'm losing weight through my mind, right? So I actually use this symbol of Ekam Kad, and I see it as 93, and I see it as health, weight loss, fit, lean. That's how I started using it. And it wasn't until last week, or maybe a few days ago, I can't even remember now, where I actually saw the 6 in it too. And it's just crazy how this symbol came to me. Like, I don't read the Gurkha every single day, our Bible. I believe in our gurus. I believe what they, another thing. Okay, one other thing I just want to, this is such a fun fact, especially if you're Sikh and into this religion. One more thing. So the circle, okay, I'm just gonna take you back. This was on my last vlog. So the circle, this is called the flower of life. If you see the flower of life, it's basically one circle after another, after another, after another. So the circle of life, or the flower of life, is basically made out of one circle overlapping another, overlapping another. I didn't do a good job, but it actually forms flowers. Now, where this comes from, the circle is a sacred symbol. It all starts from the circle and the numerology in the circle. Now, where this circle of life comes from is from an embryo. So the way the embryo, if you ever watch an embryo divide into a fetus, it divides as does the circle of life. Now the crazy thing is, if you're Sikh, our gurbani, written, that sits at the Golden Temple till this day, our gurbani sits on top of this sacred flower of life or circle of life. I don't know exactly what it's called. It sits on top of I think there's stones that were made into this sacred diagram. Our gurbani today at the Golden Temple sits on this sacred geometry, this sacred symbol of, for life to keep going. It's the flower of life. Guru Gobind Singh Ji did that. He was assassinated in early 1600s, I believe. He did that. You know why he did it? Because he was afraid. He didn't want Sikhism to be lost. He created Sikhism. He closed the Gurbani. He didn't want this culture, this religion to be lost. And one of the things that he knew is, I will put energy in this. I will put the flower of life, or the circle of life, this energy, this cosmic energy, which has the utmost power and strength, circle after circle after circle, is what our sacred Gurbani, the words of the Gurbani, will sit on top of this flower, so our culture, our religion can survive. And has it survived? Look how many temples are here in Canada, in the States. We are like all over the world now. This isn't small stuff. This is important stuff. What's the word? What's the word that we always hear? The most recognized symbol in Sikhism. It's Ekam Kad. It's the 9. It's the 9, 6, and the 3. Crazy. This is just crazy. I just had to share that. I hope you guys had fun. It's a crazy story. I love it. I love it. Bye.